Hey you guys, welcome back to the Beauty in Her Serving Christ. My name is Naya, and if you are a new viewer, welcome back. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. You've been missed. I wanted to get on here really quickly and just share a really quick, powerful word of the Lord. One thing that God has wanted me to repeatedly make sure that I say to you in this time is do not get sleepy. Do not get sleepy. Do not give up. Don't get distracted, but stay vigilant. Pay attention, keep your focus on the Lord, and allow Him to work this all out. This is going to be a flowing month, a flowing season with you and the Lord. And if you get distracted, if you get discouraged, and you get off course, it's going to allow you to miss what God is trying to do. So that's why you have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Even filming this video today, you guys, like, I have never had to go through so much opposition just to get one video out. I'm telling you, I was literally on the verge of giving up, which is why I have to say to you, do not give up. This is the time to press in. One thing that the Lord has been revealing to me in this time is that this is going to be the month of the midnight hour. This is the month where a lot of the things that you've been praying for, the things that God has promised you, this is the new season. He's going to let it go forth. I mean, I'm talking about marriages. Oh, marriages especially. God has been showing me so many kingdom marriages coming together. Finances, things for your business, for your ministries, things for your family members that you've been praying about, healing for your body. I'm talking about God moving mightily. This is a month and the hour where the Lord is saying, I'm turning it around. And if you're so focused on how it's been going, you're going to miss how I'm about to do this new thing. That's why it's important that I get on here and let you know, do not get sleepy. Do not get lazy. Do not get distracted in this hour. About a month and a half ago, the Lord gave me a dream. I know I'm getting excited, but y'all, the Lord gave me a dream, and in the dream there was this huge clock, right? And on the clock, the time went by so fast, and both hands landed on number 12. And after it landed on number 12, it made like this sound like ding. You know when something's in the oven and it's finished baking and lets you know, hey, I'm finished? That's the sound that the clock made once it had reached the number 12, which both hands had gotten number 12. And then after they got on the number 12, the hands, a whole bunch of like miracles just started happening. I'm talking new visions, outpouring of promises, blessings, just a whole bunch of things started happening. God just shifting and moving. It's a shift in the atmosphere, y'all. All these things started happening in the dream. And when I woke up, I was like, wow, Lord, you're about to do a new thing. Like, there's about to be a shift in the atmosphere. I just didn't know when that shift was taking place. So I knew that He was cultivating the, the places for it. I just didn't know where. And one thing that God has shown me is that, one, when the hands on the clock enter on the number 12, it symbolizes two things. One, it means that an old hour is completed, is done, and that a new hour is beginning. That's number one. And even how fast it got to the number 12, it's going to be a month of a celebration. God is literally saying, you've been waiting all this time, and I'm about to accelerate everything. Like, literally, it's about to be so fast, you're not even going to be able to recognize, like, Lord, how did you do this? Like, how did this even happen? And it's so important. That's when the Lord brought me to Matthew 25 to remind you guys, because even the other day, as I was getting ready to get gas, and God was just reminding me, He was talking to me about so many different things, I started thinking about all the promises of the Lord. And as I was going to get gas, I had like a little situation with some woman, and I was going to respond. My flesh was ready to jump out, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. But literally, God said, do not respond in a fleshy matter to a spiritual issue. This is a time where the enemy is going to come up and try to confuse you. He's going to try to distract you. He's going to try to put things before your face to make you think that what God told you is not going to come to pass. He's going to try to get you to get off course, even with this video today. But you have to really pay attention and literally press in with God. That's why I'm saying stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Because if you're so focused on the things that are not going right, you're going to miss how God is saying, this is the time. This is the hour. This is where I'm moving. Forget everything else. Pay attention to how I'm navigating here. Press in with the Lord. Press in with what He has told you to do. Obey what He is telling you to do. Do not pay attention to the distractions that the enemy tries to put before your face. He has no power. He has no authority. He has already lost. And if you get so focused and caught up in all the challenges and how it feels like you've been waiting for a long time, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. And I don't want you to miss it. Let me read to you guys the parable of the 10 bridesmaids, Matthew 25. Then the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 bridesmaids who took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 of them were wise. The 5 who were foolish didn't take enough olive oil for their lamps, but the other 5 were wise enough to take along extra oil. Extra oil. When the bridegroom was delayed, they all became drowsy and fell asleep. Don't fall asleep. Do not fall asleep. At midnight, late in the midnight hour. If you don't know something about the Lord, you better know that in the midnight hour, he moves. Okay, the power of the Lord. Y'all don't understand. A lot of people have been sleeping on the power of the Lord. You've been thinking that, oh, you know, this is just a little thing that I'm just struggling. My life is just struggle. No, God is big. Okay, God is powerful. He's powerful in a lot of different ways. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in our suffering and the struggles that we forget what a mighty God is, and that he can give you more than you can ever ask, think, or imagine. Like, do not sleep on the power of the Lord. That's one thing, okay? Anyways, at midnight, they were roused by the shout, "Look, the bridegroom is coming. Come out and meet him." All the bridesmaids got up and prepared their lamps. Then the 5 foolish ones asked the others, "Please give us some of your oil because our lamps are going out." But the others replied, that's a little messed up. The others replied, "We don't have enough for all of us. Go to a shop and buy some for yourself." But while they were gone to buy the oil, the bridegroom came. Then those who were ready, went in with him to the marriage feast, and the door was locked. Get ready. Stay ready. Be prepared for what the Lord is going to do in this month. Don't use it as a time to get lazy. Don't use it as a time to get sleepy and forget what God has told you, or to not continue on the path that you were doing. Press in. This is your time to press in and let the Lord work. This is a time to flow with the Lord. This is a time to really plant yourself in the word, plant yourself in worship and praise with the Lord, that you really discern his voice. Because one thing I do know, that the enemy is going to try to come and confuse the voice of the Lord. And so it's very, very important that you discern the voice of the Lord, because the children of God are led by his Spirit. Be led by his Spirit. Listen to his voice in this time and trust what God is doing. And trust and know that in the midnight hour, the month of the midnight hour, God is on the move. You're stepping into the new. You're stepping into the new. You have stepped into the new. And it's very, very important that you do not lose wind, that you do not get sleepy deep, that you do not give up. Press in. Press in, you guys. Even as you go down in Matthew 25, there's a whole bunch of different parables that God gives. And one of them is the parable of the talents. And one verse that just really stuck out to me, after the master had given them like 5 talents, 3 talents, and they used it and they invested it and they came back with even more. The master said to them, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. You have been faithful in handling the small amount. So now I will give you many more responsibilities. Let's celebrate together." And it reminds me of a word that I just did, I think about a month ago, about the season of harvest and how the ones who sow and reap, they will rejoice together. You guys, get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Trust what the Lord is doing in this time. I really need you guys to trust what the Lord is doing in this time. Sorry, let me put that down because I want to make sure that I give you guys everything that the Lord has told me, so that way there's nothing left for confusion. Yep. For we know, that's another thing. Sorry, last thing. We fight against principalities, right? And rulers of darkness. We don't fight against people. So if people come and they try to distract you, they're trying to say this and that, recognize the spirit behind it. Don't fight the person. You're fighting the spirit, and you have to walk in the authority of the Lord. Now, this word is not for everybody. Either way, you should always just be ready. You should always be ready in and out of season. but it's a specific word for people that God has clearly been promising and saying these things. And the Lord will confirm this word. The Spirit of the Lord will confirm his word. So you bring it back to God, and before you just run off and do whatever, you bring it back to God and you let him confirm, and you let him guide you and navigate you and confirm this in your spirit. But I just want to encourage you guys, listen. What the devil stole from you, God is going to bring it back in tenfold. This is the hour that the Lord is moving. We have shifted. We are stepping into the new. So happy new year, okay? Happy new year to you guys. And just trust the Lord, okay? And just know that he is going to do what he said he's going to do. So don't you miss it. Don't be like the 5 foolish ones who didn't bring enough oil. Have extra oil. Have everything ready to go. Because when the Lord says, go, the acceleration on that clock, we don't have time to be like, wait, Lord, I didn't pack. No, I'm ready, God. I'm stepping into the midnight hour. I'm stepping into the new hour with you. So, all right. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on my next video. Have a blessed, beautiful day, night, wherever you're watching this. Bye.